I don't live in California anymore, but I was born in and I grew up in Northern California, and I'm 46 years old. Today's my birthday. And I just watched an interview of Gavin Newsom talking about climate change this, climate change that. Um, Southern California is a desert. Climate change has nothing to do with it. It's been a desert my entire life, and it's going to continue to be a desert. The water that gets to LA has to be pumped in from Northern California because it's a fucking desert. That's the way it's been for over 100 years. So that has nothing to do with climate change. When Northern California catches on fire, Northern California is full of pine tree forests. I don't know if any of you know this, but pine trees reproduce through fire. That has nothing to do with climate change. The fires in California have to do with government mismanagement. Don't let them fucking bullshit you. Don't let them tell you that, oh no, it's climate change. Yeah, if it's climate change, what happened to the hole in the ozone layer? Because I remember growing up in the 80s, all of a sudden there was a hole in the ozone layer, and it was such a bad thing. And now climate change was a thing because humans are changing the climate, and we need to stop using chlorofluorocarbons and styrofoam and all of that because it's creating a hole in the ozone layer, and and it's killing everything, and we can't, like, when I was a kid, like Sacramento used to have like a mosquito program where they would go to everybody's yard and put like a little fucking mosquito trap in there, and then also spray all the trees just to kill the mosquitoes. They don't do that no more. They don't do any of that because, oh, the chemicals. But here's the thing that they don't tell you. It's all a fucking psyop. The hole in the ozone layer was from Project Starfish. If you don't know what Project Starfish is, Google it, but I'll give you a small synopsis of it. Um, the United States decided to detonate, because we detonated a nuke on the ground, we detonated a nuke above the ground, we had detonated a nuke under the ground, but we hadn't detonated a nuke in the atmosphere to find out how it affects planes and everything else. So, Project Starfish, we shot a nuke up into the stratosphere, into the ozone layer, and detonated it. I don't know if you know anything about ozone, but it's pure oxygen. Pure oxygen is very flammable. So when that nuke went off, yeah, it burnt all of that pure oxygen and created a hole. They're lucky they didn't burn it. It didn't just set the entire world on fire and burn all of it, because that was their theory in the first place when they detonated the first nuclear bomb. We might set the atmosphere on fire and kill everybody. Oh well, we gotta try it. So they were like, well, since we didn't set the atmosphere on fire, let's try setting it up there into the ozone layer and see if that happens. Created a giant fucking hole. That hole's gone. It's gone. It's healed itself. So nobody. That's why nobody ever talks about it anymore. It's never on the news. Oh, the hole in the ozone layer. And if you look back into the past, where the hole in the ozone layer, it was in the South Pacific, above where America was detonating its nuclear weapons, above where America did Project Starfish and detonated a nuclear weapon in the ozone layer. It wasn't because of human pollution. This whole fucking, all of this bullshit is a government psyop. Climate change is a government psyop that everybody is bought onto. It wasn't because you were buying things. That's not why the fucking climate was changing. It was because governments from around the world were detonating nuclear weapons in places they probably shouldn't have fucking been doing it. And when they realized, oh shit, this is really bad, let's blame it on the people. That's what happened.